Jam 10 mana?
Udah masuk.
Sekarang bisa bicara. Assalamualaikum, Pak Iman.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Salam
Waalaikumsalam,
warahmatullahi
Prof.
wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Alhamdulillah.
wabarakatuh.
Ini sudah
Sehat,
banyak
Prof.
telepon ini.
wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Ini baru 119 yang hadir.
Ya,
120,
Prof.
21. Oke. Silakan Pak Iman kalau mau ini siapa dulu? Pak Azhar sudah dihubungi. Pak Edi
Pak,
sudah nge-WA bahwa yang akan memberi sambutan dari Yayasan Pak Azhar.
ya. Pak Ajar belum masuk, Prof. Belum ada
Belum
di
masuk.
room. Nanti kita tunggu sebentar. Yang
Ini
sudah
Dok
masuk ini Dr. Khalid
Raulan.
Sulaiman. Dr. Khalid Sulaiman dari Nigeria, Prof.
Oh ya,
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Khalid.
Waalaikumsalam.
How
Good
are you
morning.
today?
Alhamdulillah. Nice
Alhamdulillah.
to
Thank
meet
you
all
very
of
much.
you. Nice to meet
Nice
all
to
of
meet
you.
you, Dr.
Oh,
Khalid.
thank you very much.
He is special,
ini Dokter Raulan
specially.
juga udah.
Dr. Roland belum belum masuk.
Dokter Raulan,
Ah,
Assalamualaikum.
Dr. Roland sudah.
Sudah,
Dr.
sudah,
Roland
sudah.
sudah masuk. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Roland. How are you today?
I'm very fine. Waalaikumsalam, Pak.
Waalaikumsalam. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, Dr. Roland,
Dokter
for
Raulan
spending your
from
time.
Nig-
Right now, Dr.
Uh,
Roland
from
is in United States, Prof.
Prof, I'm in
United.
the United States now, yeah.
Ya, ya, oke, good.
We are
And
still
Dokter
waiting for Dr. Raymond.
No, okay, Pak.
Dokter Asep Lukman sudah hadir juga.
Ya, Prof. Insya Allah hadir, Prof.
Alhamdulillah. Ini ada Pak Imam Bukhari. Dari mana Pak Imam Bukhari?
Saya dari STAI Pelabuhan Ratu Sukabumi. Prof.
Alhamdulillah. STAI Pelabuhan Ratu ya.
Ya,
Jadi
betul.
berdekatan dengan STAI Purwakarta nih.
Iya, di Jawa Barat ya, satu Kopertes ya. Kopertes tua.
Iya, satu kuartais betul.
Iya.
Betul.
Alhamdulillah, Prof. Sehat-sehat selalu, Prof.
Iya, iya. Ini ada Ibu Dia, ada Ibu Dianya, ada berapa orang nama dia ini? Ternyata ada dua ya. Sudah 146 orang. Nailanul Azhara, Jalia Rosita, Cynthia Putri. Itu harusnya dicek Pak Azhar ini.
Good morning, Dr. Raymond. You are here now. Thank you very much for your presence in this room. Dr. Raymond, how are you today? Please check your speaker first, Dr. Raymond.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Your voice not yet come here, Dr. Raymond. Ibu Bapak, mohon maaf ya, Dr. Raymond sedang mengecek speakernya. Beliau di sana jam 3 saat ini, 3 subuh. Jadi habis tahajud langsung ikutan Zoom. Sedangkan Dr. Roland saat ini jam 11 malam di USA. Jadi beliau lagi begadang ini.
Assalamualaikum, Mr. Iman. How are you?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Who is speaking? Sorry.
I am Sir Dede from FEB Unismo.
Oh, Pak
How are you,
Dedeng.
Mr. Roland? How are you,
Gatul
Mr.
Alan.
Roland?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was trying to talk to Raymond to unmute his speaker.
I can hear you clearly. Can you also hear me?
Yes, talk to the Zoom. They want you to
All
respond. Yeah, but
Okay.
then, Assalamualaikum.
Yes, Mr. Roland. Waalaikumsalam. How are you, Mr. Roland?
I'm very good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Good, thank God.
It's fine to meet you in Zoom. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Your face very apa ini agak gantengan dikit lah gitu.
Very glowing. Very glowing,
Agak
Dedeng.
glowing.
Yes, I know,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Roland, Mr. Iman. Just say hello to Mr.
Thank you, Pak
Roland. Brother Roland. Roland. Okay, brother.
Kami 30 tahun. Uang ini mah bikin beras mah. Kalau dia udah besar.
Oh, emang. Ih, serius. Sama. Google Drive aja nanti. Ada.
Cek, cek. Ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'm really sorry, everybody, that we have a little bit slight trouble in here. So, right, let's not waste for the time now. Okay, let's start with our webinar. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Once again.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Right, welcome to today's seminar. My name is Robi Wahyudi, and I'm excited to be your host for this event. First, let's pray to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala that we can come together in here in this webinar without any obstacles, and let's greet and pray to our beloved Prophet Muhammad SAW. And then, right, let's open this event by reciting basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
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 Right. I'd like to start off by expressing my gratitude to all of you for taking the time to join us today. And your participation is greatly appreciated, and we are so glad that you could be here with us today. And we understand that your time is valuable, and we are grateful that you have chosen it to spend with us. And we promise to make it worth for you while providing valuable insight and sharing information, knowledge throughout the course of this webinar. So once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. We hope that you find this webinar both engaging and informative. Before we get started, I would like to go over some important rules for today's webinar. Number one, please ensure that you have a stable internet connection and are in a quiet environment to minimize the background noise. And then once you join the webinar, please turn off your microphone icon during the panel sessions. And when the moderator opens the discussion forum, you may use the chat feature or just ask directly by activating the microphone icon. And then please keep all questions and comments respectful and relevant to the topic at hand. And please note that today's webinar is being recorded for future reference. Now, let's get started with our presentation. Today's webinar topic is about the role of artificial intelligence based on the perspective of religion, technology, and economic business. Throughout this webinar, we will be exploring and discovering the intersection of artificial intelligence, also known as AI, with some global disciplines such as religions, technology, as well as economic business with these three wonderful people. Here we have Professor Dr. Sanusi West, MPD, Rector of UNISMU, as the keynote speaker. And then the next is Dr. Roland Serum Kokudabi, BSc MBA. I hope I pronounced it right, Mr. Roland. From postdoctoral program of Virginia Commonwealth University, VCU USA, as the first speaker. Did I say it right, Mr. Roland?
Yes, please. That's all right.
And then we have also Dr. Raymond Akun, BSc MBA from Kumasi Technical University, Ashanti Region, Ghana, as second speaker. Before we begin further, I'd like to tell you about the schedule of the webinar. The first, the opening of the webinar, and then welcoming speech from representative of Islamic Education Foundation of Dr. Kayajat Mutakin, and then the main event, international webinar panel discussion, and then closing of the webinar. We already recently opened the webinar, and we are going to the next schedule, the welcoming speech from a representative of the Islamic Education Foundation of Dr. Kayajat Mutakin. Please welcome Mr. Azhar Aung as HMMSP1. Mr. Azhar Aung, time is yours.
I just got information that he is in Kuala Lumpur right now, Mr. Robi, and there is some problem with communication, so he cannot come here.
Oh, okay. So we go directly to the panel then, sir?
Yes, sir. We go directly to panel discussion.
Okay, right.
Mr. Aris Shafat, maybe call about it. Please, Mr. Aris, as some member of the Foundation of Islamic Education, Dr. Kayajat Mutakin.
Okay, thank you, Rector University of Dr. Kayajat Mutakin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Your Excellency, Rector of
Waalaikumsalam
University of
warahmatullahi
Islam, Dr. Kaiser Mutakin, warm welcome to our esteemed speakers, participants from around the globe, and the dedicated organizing committee. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this international webinar. The topic we are discussing today, the role of artificial intelligence from various perspectives, is highly relevant in our rapidly evolving world. Through this webinar, we hope to gain a deeper understanding of the potential and challenges posed by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, once a concept confined to science fiction, is now an integral part of our lives. From the way we communicate and work to how we worship, AI has made its presence felt. Through this webinar, let us together unravel the mysteries and potential of artificial intelligence and explore how this technology can benefit humanity. Distinguished guests, the advancement of artificial intelligence has brought about significant change in various aspects of human life. To fully understand the implication of this development, we need to examine it from multiple perspectives, including religion, technology, economics, business, and law. With the spirit of collaboration, I welcome all participation to this international webinar. May this event provide valuable insight for us all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Right. Thank you, sir, for an inspiring speech. And without further ado, we go to the main event of this webinar. I would like to welcome the first Professor Dr. Sanusi West as the keynote speaker, and then Dr. Roland Seram Kapudabi, BSc MBA as the first speaker, and Dr. Raymond Akantege, BSc MBA as the second speaker. And last but not least, we would like to invite Dr. Iman Sidik Nusanas, MA, to lead this panel and discussion as a moderator. Mr. Iman, whenever you are ready, the time is yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Bapak Robi Wahyudi, all the guests and the participant here. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ibu Bapak sekalian, today is the birthday of the first anniversary of Universitas Islam Mutakin. So we make this seminar, international seminar. Alhamdulillah, we got Dr. Roland, we got Dr. Raymond, and we got Professor Sanusi West here, and our special guest Halid Sulaiman. He is still studying in UTM, University Technology Malaysia, and he is from Ghana. As Indonesian budaya, Indonesian culture, I would like to give pantun first to you all and to Punismu first. Boleh pantun dulu boleh? Boleh ya? Oke. Makan bihun, minum jamu, diminum untuk hilangkan flu. Selamat ulang tahun Unismu, semoga jaya selalu.
Amin.
Ya.
Good.
Amin. As a Sundanese culture, also saya punya satu pantun ya Bapak Ibu untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian. Picikijing ka Singaparna mampir heula ka Sukaresmi, wilujeng enjing ka sadayana hayu urang tolabul ilmi. Insyaallah ya. In 1 or 2 hours again kita akan. Gimana Prof? Ada yang menarik dari pantunnya?
Sangat menarik.
Sangat menarik. Baik. Ya, Bapak Ibu sekalian, saya akan perkenalkan speaker-speaker kita yang luar biasa hari ini. Yang pertama sekaligus nanti akan membuka sebagai keynote speaker, yaitu Profesor Dr. Sanusi West, Rektor dari Universitas Islam Mutakin, Purwakarta. Beliau sudah malang melintang di dunia pendidikan, dimulai dari membantu rektor di Unisba, kemudian Badan Penyelenggara Harian BPH di Universitas Muhammadiyah. Kemudian beliau juga sampai sekarang menjadi pengajar aktif di Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta. Beliau adalah mantan dari Rektor Universitas Muhammadiyah Cirebon. Beliau akan membawakan presentasi The Role of AI from the Side of Religion. Kemudian we have also Dr. Roland Seiram Kokudabi. Beliau adalah mahasiswa postdoctoral di Virginia Commonwealth University, VCU. Beliau juga sudah bergabung dengan kita Universitas Mutakin sejak 2 tahun lalu. Alhamdulillah beliau contribute to our study curriculum here in Purwakarta in UNESCO. And then we have also Dr. Raymond. Dr. Raymond is a lecturer, one of the lecturer in Kumasi Technical University. Kumasi Technical University is the eighth rank of university in Ghana. We are very glad to have you here. Oke, Ibu Bapak sekalian, sebelum memulai acaranya, kita akan mulai dari Prof. Sanusi West. Rule-nya adalah seperti ini. Nanti Profesor Dr. Sanusi West akan menyampaikan presentasi dalam 10-30 menit, kemudian disusul oleh presentasi dari Dr. Roland, dan terakhir presentasi dari Dr. Raymond. Setelah itu kita akan punya waktu untuk Q&A, question and answer, selama 30 menit. Ibu Bapak boleh mengetik atau raise hand nanti pada saatnya. Ya, karena waktu yang terbatas, mungkin kita akan tunjuk beberapa saja untuk menyampaikan question. Ya, untuk memulai acara ini, saya ada satu pantun lagi. Artist from Holland using diamond, it is not a part of illusion. Hello, Dr. Roland and Dr. Raymond. Let's start our discussion. Bapak Ibu sekalian, saya berikan waktu yang pertama kepada Profesor Dr. Sanusi West MPD untuk menyampaikan presentasinya. Dipersilakan, Prof.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa bihi nasta'in ala umri dunya waddin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulil karim wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'du. The member of the webinar international from artificial intelligence. We are as a rector of Unismu very glad, bersyukur ilallah ta'ala with the participants of the webinar very much 370. Saya sangat bersyukur dengan adanya webinar ini yang alhamdulillah disertai atau diikuti oleh kurang lebih 370 para seminaris yang semuanya ternyata hampir di setiap kota Jawa Barat itu ternyata terwakili. Saya tadi menyapa kepada seorang warga seminar ini yang ada dari Sukabumi, tapi juga ada yang dari Banten. Jadi ini nivonya saya kira minimal Jawa Barat, kalau tidak internasional dari segi pembicaranya. Sebab Dr. Roland itu memang dari Amerika, yang lainnya dari Ghana, dan barangkali ada yang lainnya lagi masih ditunggu ya, dari Eropa. Oke, kita mulai saja lanjut terhadap materi yang ingin saya sampaikan. Ya, I say with bahasa ya. Apa artificial intelligence dalam perspektif Islam? Apa itu yang dimaksud artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence diungkapkan sebagai seperangkat daripada teknologi yang memungkinkan komputer melakukan berbagai fungsi tingkat lanjut, termasuk kemampuan melihat, memahami, dan menerjemahkan bahasa tulisan dan perkataan, menganalisis data, membuat rekomendasi, dan banyak-banyak lagi. Jadi ini merupakan suatu kemajuan teknologi yang luar biasa. A set of technologies that enable computer to to perform a variety of advanced function. Jadi berbagai fungsi dari komputer ini dimaksimalkan betul. Dan di antara maksimalisasi dari artificial intelligence itu adalah yang kita bentuk sekarang atau yang kita lihat itu terkait dengan chat WBC itu merupakan sesuatu yang sangat memudahkan bagi para pembelajar. Kalau artificial intelligence itu is a set of technologies, maka sebagai perangkat teknologi, AI bersifat netral. Jadi itu harus digarisbawahi. Artificial intelligence itu sebetulnya bersifat netral, merupakan alat kumpulan informasi komprehensif yang praktis, cepat, dan bagus. Sebagai alat, maka manfaat mudorotnya akan tergantung pada niat si pemakai. Artinya, dia betul-betul merupakan alat yang sangat membantu, akan tetapi ke arah mana alat itu dipakai akan tergantung kepada niat, kemampuan, keterampilan, kecerdasan si pemakai itu sendiri. Pada manusia ibarat jiwa yang sudah disempurnakan penciptaannya. Apa di dalam Al-Quran bahasanya waman man sawwaha itu. Sesuatu yang memang jiwa itu sudah sangat balik, sudah sempurna, yang dapat memahami mana yang baik, mana yang buruk. Fa'alhamaha fujuraha wa taqwaha. Tapi dalam posisi alhamaha fujuraha wa taqwaha, maka qad aflaha man zakkaha wa qad khaba man dassaha. Bahagia dan celakanya terkait kemampuan tenaga untuk membersihkan jiwa tersebut dari tarikan-tarikan jahat hawa nafsu. Jadi dengan demikian sama, artificial intelligence sebagai alat sangat bagus, sangat praktis, cepat menangkap, dan kita akan dibikin mendapatkan informasi yang sangat lengkap. Jadi hebat sekali ini artificial intelligence. Namun pada saat yang sama, AI itu akan sangat tergantung kepada si pemakainya. Apabila si pemakainya ingin melakukan sesuatu kebaikan yang bermanfaat bagi masyarakat banyak, insya Allah akan terjadi kebaikan itu bagi masyarakat yang banyak. Tapi sebaliknya kalau dibalik informasi yang numpuk, yang cepat dan bagus itu, dia mencoba memanipulasi informasi itu untuk semata-mata keuntungan dirinya, maka masyarakat bisa terjadi akan tercelakakan oleh karena si pembuat atau si pemakai artificial intelligence tersebut. Dalam kaitan inilah maka bagaimana fungsi tindak lanjutnya yang harus kita perhatikan dari artificial intelligence tersebut. Fungsi tindak lanjut yang sangat fenomenal saat ini, kemunculan aplikasi ajaib serba bisa bertenagakan AI yang disebut chat GPT itu, yang merevolusi kehidupan manusia di berbagai bidang, dari masalah sampai Z, dari urusan resep makanan sampai teori politik tinggi, atau informasi kebenaran agama yang cukup rumit. Anda bisa mempertanyakan kepada si chat GPT itu, agama apa yang paling bagus? Dia akan menjawab secara rasional dan langsung memperbandingkan doktrin-doktrin agama yang mereka sudah serap, sudah kumpulkan informasinya melalui AI tersebut. Bukan itu saja, termasuk urusan-urusan politik, urusan-urusan ekonomi, urusan-urusan budaya, urusan-urusan pendidikan, sampai teori-teori keilmuan yang sangat rumit. Itu di chat GPT itu tinggal mudah saja. Anda pertanyakan, muncul jawabannya beberapa menit atau beberapa detik kemudian. Ini sesuatu yang sangat membanggakan dari segi perkembangan teknologi. Tapi itu tadi, sejauh mana perkembangan teknologi yang sangat bagus itu bermanfaat atau tidak bermanfaatnya, pada ujungnya tergantung man behind the gun itu. Tergantung kepada siapa yang memegang apa itu alat AI tersebut. Kalau yang memegang alat, yang mengatur, yang memanagenya itu orang-orang jahat, bisa jadi diarahkannya kepada hal-hal yang tidak bagus. Tapi sebaliknya kalau yang memanagenya itu, yang memegang kendali dari situ adalah orang-orang baik, insya Allah itu dipakai untuk kegiatan kesejahteraan bersama. Pada sisi lain, bagaimana artificial intelligence itu? Apakah bisa mengembangkan atau malah terbalik, membunuh kemampuan berpikir? Kita mencoba memahami dari teori sistem. Dalam teori sistem, suatu teori dibangun berbasis secara beruntun dari fakta yang diolah jadi data. Kemudian data diolah jadi informasi, dan informasi diolah lagi jadi teori. Modal berpikir cerdas adalah kemampuan menghubungkan antar informasi atau antar teori sehingga terlahir novelty atau konsep baru yang mengembangkan atau mengkoreksi atau membuat teori yang sama sekali baru. Dan itulah memang fungsi dari penelitian. 3 fungsi penelitian yang utama itu ialah apakah mengoreksi teori yang lama, atau mengembangkan teori yang lama, atau keluar dari teori-teori lama itu untuk memunculkan teori baru. Nah, untuk apakah mengoreksi, mengembangkan, atau memunculkan teori baru, melalui AI ini itu betul-betul informasi segala macam ilmu sudah tersedia. Dan ketersediaan informasi keilmuan melalui data yang komplit, fakta yang jelas, itu betul-betul akan memudahkan, mendorong kita jadi manusia pintar dan cerdas. Namun itu tadi akan sangat tergantung kepada perhatian, kepada mindset, mindful learning kita. Bagaimana kita belajar dengan penuh kesadaran. Kalau mindful learning kita betul-betul ada dalam kualitas yang optimal, insya Allah dengan AI ini akan terjadi kecerdasan yang luar biasa. Mungkin akan mudah nanti pada masanya bila AI atau minimal ChatGPT ini diakses oleh orang-orang yang tekun, yang serius, akan muncul teori-teori baru dalam berbagai bidang. Teori baru dalam berbagai dalam ideologi, politik, ekonomi, sosial, budaya, dan seterusnya. Ideologi yang biasa dasarnya itu adalah budaya dan kepercayaan agama, itu akan muncul konsep-konsep baru dalam keagamaan. Tatkala informasi-informasi itu terkumpul dengan jelas dan terhampar begitu. Sementara ini kita tahu dalam konsep-konsep keagamaan juga banyak dikelirukan. Persis seperti pernah diungkapkan oleh Al-Quran. Yaktubuna biaidihim summa yakuluna hadza min indillah. Banyak tokoh-tokoh agama yang menambah-nambah atau mengurangi atau menyelipkan pikiran-pikirannya masuk kepada doktrin-doktrin agama yang murni dan kemudian oleh generasi selanjutnya dianggap sebagai doktrin wahyu dari Tuhan. Padahal itu selipan-selipan yang mereka tulis, yang tokoh-tokoh agama itu tulis dan diselipkan kepada kitab-kitab yang menjadi standarnya. Dan kemudian pada generasi pelanjut-pelanjutnya dianggaplah itu sebagai wahyu dari Tuhan. Apa yang terjadi? Kesesatan terhadap doktrin, kesesatan terhadap cara ibadah, kesesatan terhadap cara muamalah, kesesatan dalam kaitan-kaitan akhlak, dan barangkali yang lebih lanjut dalam dimensi berpikir tasawufnya. Dalam kaitan ini, tatkala berbagai teori, berbagai konsep, berbagai informasi terhampar secara sangat bagus di dalam AI, teopolitik, dan dalam ChatGPT itu, maka bagi orang yang cerdas, itu insya Allah akan memudahkan munculnya novelty, munculnya teori-teori baru, munculnya keberanian untuk menyatakan sesuatu yang berbeda dengan pendapat yang sebelumnya, berdasarkan betul-betul data dan fakta yang terjadi dalam ChatGPT tersebut. Dalam kaitan inilah maka apakah AI dan cara berpikir manusia itu akan menjadikan manusia itu akan lebih bagus atau lebih rendah? Dengan AI akan terjadi siswa malas berpikir lebih baik hasil ujiannya dibanding siswa yang rajin berpikir tanpa AI. Hal ini akan mengurangi tingkat ketercapaian tujuan pendidikan untuk mencerdaskan kehidupan bangsa. Ujian bisa saja dengan segala kerumitan soalnya disampaikan. Tetapi yang menjawabnya bukan otak siswa, yang menjawabnya adalah ChatGPT itu. Dengan ChatGPT maka bisa akan sangat cepat apa yang dipertanyakan oleh penguji atau oleh dosen atau oleh guru dijawab secara langsung dan tepat. Ketepatannya konon sampai 99%. Artinya nilainya akan AA atau nilainya akan bagus-bagus, akan unggul-unggul. Tapi apakah otak si siswa itu jadi cerdas? Itu masalah lain. Sebab tidak bisa kecerdasan otak manusia itu diwakilkan hanya kepada mesin itu. Dia harus berpikir sendiri, harus berproses sendiri, harus bagaimana dia menghubungkan antara satu fakta dengan fakta lain, sehingga jadi teori yang mapan. Kalau tidak otaknya bekerja begitu, ya tetap saja, walaupun dia menjiplak dengan sangat bagus, apa yang ada pada ChatGPT, dan kemudian nilainya bagus, namun tetap saja cara berpikirnya tidak mencapai kualitas kecerdasan. Namun dengan AI, siswa dan mahasiswa yang rajin membaca dan berpikir akan mampu membuat loncatan-loncatan berpikir untuk mengoreksi atau malah membuat teori baru. Implikasi praktisnya dalam dunia pendidikan adalah membatasi penggunaan gadget saat ujian. Berbeda dengan itu bila saat belajar atau saat berdiskusi atau seminar. Sebab pada saat diskusi dan seminar, kita memerlukan informasi-informasi yang banyak untuk menajamkan pikiran-pikiran yang lebih substantif, yang lebih hakiki terhadap pencapaian-pencapaian kebenaran pikiran itu. Karena itu, barangkali harus ada aturan khusus dalam ujian, atau dalam seminar, atau dalam diskusi. Oke, kita buka selebar-lebarnya pada saat diskusi atau seminar, tapi tidak pada saat ujian. Lagi, ini bagaimana kaitannya dengan takdir dan sunatullah? Takdir adalah aturan pasti Allah tentang hal-hal yang fisik material, dan sunatullah adalah aturan pasti tentang sebab akibat perilaku makhluk, khususnya manusia. Takdir dan sunatullah sepanjang yang sudah diketahui melalui pemikiran radikal, sistematik, empirik, dan universal yang bersifat filosofi saintifik, manakala telah diunggah pada tataran sistem informasi global akan terekam oleh AI ini. Hal ini akan memudahkan manusia untuk memahami takdir dan sunatullah yang lainnya yang selama ini belum diketahui oleh manusia. Dan bagaimana kaitannya kalau terkait dengan takdir dan sunatullah itu dihubungkan dengan moral syariat? Saya ingin memberikan keterangan dulu tentang apa yang dimaksud inti daripada moral syariat Islam. Moral syariat yang sangat diunggulkan adalah kebenaran dan keadilan. Benar dan adil sebagai gudang informasi yang sangat mudah diakses AI harus dimanfaatkan dengan benar dan adil. Implikasi praktisnya bagi para pegiat dunia maya hendaklah mengunggah informasi yang bersifat benar dan adil. Pada gilirannya masyarakat bangsa akan menerima kesejahteraan hidup yang semakin lama semakin meningkat mutunya. Namun, manakala yang diunggah informasi yang salah, menyimpang, dan jahat, hal tersebut akan merusak dan malah menghancurkan manusia dan nilai kemanusiaan. Dan itu akan terekam oleh AI tersebut. Baik yang buruk, informasi baik, semuanya akan terekam. Tinggal kitanya, tatkala kita mengarahkan dengan niat kepada hal yang jahat, bisa jadi informasi buruk itu yang dimanipulasi. Sementara kalau kita berniat baik, insya Allah informasi yang baik-baik itu yang akan digunakan. Saat ini di setiap kantor pemerintah atau malah swasta terkumpul data individu warga negara. Para pegiat dunia maya tetap tidak boleh melanggar hak individu, masyarakat, atau lemah bangsa yang ciri-cirinya tersebar di medsos tersebut. Jadi ada plus minus sebetulnya dengan penyebaran informasi yang sangat masif di AI ini. Namun sekali lagi ujungnya akan sangat tergantung kepada niat si pemegang itu sendiri. Nah, ini sebagai salah satu contoh saja. Contoh kasus bagaimana artificial intelligence terkait dengan syariat Islam. Di Cina itu sudah ada pembuatan yang sekarang dipabrikan boneka. Boneka Cina itu terdiri dari atau terbuat dari body flash. Terbuat dari 100% Fantaflash. Material silikon spare part-nya. Namanya Hori. Makanannya aliran daya listrik. dapat beraktivitas selama 72 jam bila tiada gangguan. Tidak berjiwa, tidak ada sel alam. Harga pasar mulai dari $10.000 ditambah pajak. Bekerja pada kecerdasan buatan AI, artificial intelligence itu. Dapat berbicara bahasa apapun. Konon dia bisa berbicara sampai 124 bahasa. Itu dengan akurasi ketepatan 99%. Perusahaan menargetkan ke pasar lelaki jomblo. Jadi teman sepanjang hidup tanpa mengalami keriput. Dengan Hori, segala keperluan laki-laki terlayani. Apa implikasi praktis sosialnya dengan Hori itu? Banyak jomblo-jomblo di Cina itu tidak mau kawin. Sebab segala keperluan fisiknya itu sudah bisa terpenuhi oleh Hori ini. Yang dari mulai kepentingan A sampai Z, kepentingan yang kecil sampai kepentingan besar, kepentingan di luar rumah sampai di dalam rumah, bisa terlayani oleh boneka Hori ini. Ini apa artinya? Secara syariat, ini tentu saja bertentangan. Mengapa? Sebab dalam syariat, yang namanya berumah tangga, laki-laki dan perempuan jenis manusia. Bukan laki-laki dengan perempuan boneka. Sebab kalau laki-laki dengan perempuan boneka berumah tangga itu, maka nanti keturunannya tidak akan jadi. Tidak akan ada space manusia ke depan. Dan itu akan menghancurkan humanisme atau malah manusianya sendiri. Nah, mengapa di Jepang banyak pemuda-pemuda tidak mau kawin, konon sudah tersebar Hori di situ. Jadi cukup dengan memberi makan aliran listrik, lantas 72 jam bisa beroperasi dengan sebaik-baiknya, apapun bisa dilayani oleh Hori tersebut. Nah, tentu saja ini hal yang bagus dari segi perkembangan teknologi, tapi ada masalah dari segi syariat agama. Mari kita diskusikan tentang ini, bagaimana kita harus menghadapi kemajuan teknologi yang bagus itu, tapi tidak melabrak ajaran-ajaran agama yang kita cintai, yakni agama Islam. Wallahu a'lam bishawab. Mudah-mudahan waktunya cukup efisien. Terima kasih atas perhatian semuanya. Tidak melanggar apa yang menjadi jatah dari waktu yang harus saya gunakan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih banyak, Profesor Dr. Sanusi West. Thank you very much for your presentation. I'd like to summarize the presentation given by Professor Dr. Sanusi West. So there is two kind of usage of artificial intelligence. There is an advantages or disadvantages. One of the advantages is the AI representing by the ChatGPT can give you all the opinion about what you ask, yeah, and then he can make a new concept and also can make a new novelty or new concept of the science. Yeah, but ChatGPT also there is two sides. Yeah, they can kill or can improve the thinking ability of people. The student in the educational institution can be lazy by using this kind of ChatGPT. In the Islamic Sharia, yeah, it must be the information should be right, yeah, and it must be true and fair. One of the example given by Professor is about Hori, a doll from China. The Hori makes us worry, yeah. So it must be further discussing by us, Ibu Bapak sekalian. Discussion will be held after the three of presenter given the presentation. So you may please chat in chat room, and the moderator will note your question. And please now welcome Dr. Roland Seram, who would like to give presentation from the side of business. the role of artificial intelligence from the side of business and economy. Would you please, Dr. Roland? The mic is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pak. I'm trying to share my screen.
Yes, it is clear, Dr. Roland.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. Because of our time, I will not repeat what Professor already said. Professor has given us the background theory to what artificial intelligence is in general terms, because even though we are discussing it from religion, economics and business and technology, artificial intelligence has one background. That is the artificial intelligence as a human intelligence which is being mimicked by way of machines, technologies, and softwares before we relate it to what it does in our different and various areas. Briefly stating the evolution of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence started just after the Second World War, around 1947, in different forms. So there was a presentation by a renowned professor after the Second World War. That was in 1947. And that presentation was repeated again in 1950. So artificial intelligence has been with us for several decades and centuries. However, the one we are using now, which we call the generative artificial intelligence, actually started from the year 2021. And artificial intelligence, as the name is, anything which is artificial, it means it is made by a human being. It is made by man. If it is natural, it is made by God. So artificial intelligence basically involves the creation of machines and software which attempts to duplicate or mimic human intelligence. And artificial intelligence operates based on data. It uses the availability of data to perform various tasks, such as problem solving. I am discussing it from the business perspective. So in the business perspective, it creates tasks by performing using data. It assists in decision-making, customer interactions. It analyzes trends and improves what? Operations. So artificial intelligence has been with us since time immemorial, and it has a lot of benefits when it comes to business. Now, as I said, it is an attempt to do what human being does by using machines and softwares and using data. And when these machines are created, it performs decision-making. It assists us to learn new things, improve upon methods of doing the same things, giving us, as Prof said, the novelty. And novelty is basically talking about what? I mean, the new thing that you bring on board, something that is new to the literature. That is the novelty that we're talking about. And when we talk about artificial intelligence using data, data is defined as raw facts and figures. And these raw facts and figures are processed into information. So until the facts and figures are processed, it can never be used for decision making. But once the data is available through the machines, the softwares, and the computers, this data is analyzed to assist the businesses to take informed decisions. So it reduces the stress. One example of artificial intelligence in business is what's called a chatbots. It gives us the recommendation of what to analyze, how to analyze it, and when to analyze it. Now, what are the advantages? Everything has advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages of artificial intelligence in business? Or how does it benefit? It improves efficiency. Every business is established based on setting goals and objectives, the corporate goals and objectives. And everything that is performed, every task or element of activity that is performed is done towards the achievement of these corporate goals and objectives. So artificial intelligence in business is tailored in such a way to achieve this. When we talk about efficiency and effectiveness, there are some tasks or some level of duties which are performed by employees every day, which we call repetitive tasks. You do the same thing every day. Artificial intelligence is employed by feeding the machines with the data. Then instead of human being doing it every day, the machine does it. How does it improve efficiency? If human being is doing the same thing every day, it still leads to stress and a lot of error or mistakes. But when machine is doing it, and the machine is set in such a way that it is that, for example, when student exams are marked, there is a system which is used by UNISMO and all other universities that I know and I have taught, which is a platform that we enter or we key in the data of student scores. For example, a student scores 70%, 80%. Once the student scores are entered against the student's number, the system automatically gives the grade. That is what artificial intelligence does. Because the system has already been fed with that data, that whoever scores between 70 to 80 is supposed to be B. 80 to 100 is supposed to be A or R. Once you key in 70, the system automatically gives you the grades and gives you the remarks. Instead of the lecturer or the docent looking at and checking what is the range. So it reduces error or mistakes drastically and it saves time. What would take one employee to use 40 minutes to do, artificial intelligence does it in less than 5 minutes. One other advantage of artificial intelligence in business perspective, it saves costs. As I said earlier, if we need 5 employees or staff to work on an assignment, artificial intelligence in form of a machine can do that work, which 5 people will do in 3 hours. Artificial intelligence can do it in 3 minutes, depending on the capacity of the machine. So how does it save costs? It reduces the cost of hiring a lot of workers, paying salaries, servicing this workforce. So the routine work that is needed by human being is reduced. And we know that everything that involves human being has some percentage level of what? Failure, because the human element of error is assigned to every task. So it improves efficiency and effectiveness, and it reduces cost in business drastically. That because of time, I'm discussing only few. Artificial intelligence also improves or aids better decision making. We are saying that artificial intelligence operates on data, and these data I have explained to be what? Raw facts and figures. And when the data set is so large, it increases the level of error when it is being handled by a human being. But when it is handled by machine, this artificial intelligence in terms of machine, which is attempting to behave like a human being, no matter how large the data set is, it is able to analyze the data set for insights, for analytics, for decision making. So once it is done by the machine and the machine has the appropriate data set, no matter how large the data set is, it gives you the accurate information, all other things being equal. That leads to what? Better decision making. We know that when corporate decisions are taken and these decisions are wrongly taken, it either reduces the time, or it increases the time needed to get results, or it makes the decision-making process lengthy, cumbersome, and quite what? Frustrating. But when machines are involved, once you key in, you enter the data, and you call what particular data set that you want the decision to be taken on, it does that for you immediately. For example, when you go into the system of Unismo, and you want to check maybe the grades of strategic management for those students who completed in 2021, it is just a matter of you enter the data of 2021 strategic management results. You press a button, enter, it brings you all the results. However, if a human being wants to check that, the likelihood of you forgetting how the file is saved is very high. You picking a wrong file is very high. You not getting the location of the file is very high. So the attempt of looking for this file can take you a number of days, which will reduce the decision-making process, and it will affect the output that is needed at a given point in time. Another advantage of artificial intelligence, it enhances customer and market operations in business. With artificial intelligence, the customer need is always available. The customer's personalized recommendation is always available. The track record of what the customer needs, the customer behavior, the customer's taste, the customer's preference, and the customer's need factor, depending on the purchasing power of that customer, is always available. It's just a matter of you ask the machine what you want. So if I need something, for example, from Dr. Iman, I call Dr. Iman, please, I need this. He gives me. It's the same way any information I need from the artificial intelligence, I just key in. Then the artificial intelligence will bring me the information that I need. If the information is personalized, then I have every right, about 80 to 90%, surety that the information that is being generated by the artificial intelligence is appropriate. I can depend on it and use it. However, if it is not personalized, then I need to look at what has been done by this same system, taking the similar complaints or cases which happened earlier. So the customer or the customer's need and personalizations are enhanced, improved, and very much encouraged. The artificial intelligence in business as an advantage always give us what the market is looking for or what is happening in the market. When we talk about market operations, We are talking about the level of competition in the market. We are talking about what customers are looking for at a particular point in time. We are talking about, what laws in terms of government regulations are available. We are talking about what we need to do to improve upon our marketing strategy, our operations, and customer delivery. The artificial intelligence, which is processed or which is programmed to give us this result, is always fed with the data. Then the output will always be what we need. And it makes it easy, simple, less stressful, and very amazing. And it generates the best result that we ever need. Now, if the artificial intelligence is able to generate and tell us what customer A wants based on what the market has to offer, then we juxtapose the customer's need vis-a-vis the offer of the market at a given point in time, then we strike a balance. And all these discussions are based on the strength of the artificial intelligence that is already fed with the data that it needs. Now, when these things are being done, it also supports what? Innovation. One word for innovation could also be what? Novelty. It could also be what? Newness, entrepreneurship. It brings up new things because the market operations, the market behavior will always bring out what is needed at a given point in time. So one major advantage of artificial intelligence in business is what? It supports innovation. It assists businesses to be able to predict, forecast what happens or what will happen tomorrow based on the information available from the data set that is analyzed by the artificial intelligence or the machine. Then if you are able to predict what happens tomorrow, there will be strategies that will assist you to conform to the market needs. And what we need to know is that there are a lot of market behaviors which artificial intelligence can be able to tell you to predict. However, it will not give you which one is coming from the external environment and which one is coming from the internal environment. And as business analytics, what we know or what we always do is that when there is the need for prediction or innovation, we try to find out where is the opportunity coming from. If the opportunity is coming from the internal environment, we use what we call the resource-based analysis or the resource-based strategies by taking the strength, our weaknesses, to see how best we should be able to utilize what is new. However, if it is an external environment, it means that the organization or the business does not have control over it. Then what happens again? We go back to the artificial intelligence to find out what strategies can we use to be able to meet, because we don't have the resources to do it. However, it must be done. So with these discussions, artificial intelligence has played or is playing very major roles as far as businesses are concerned. We are able to analyze the data, we predict what can happen tomorrow, and we innovate. But remember, we are predicting. Artificial intelligence cannot give you the exact, but it can only assist you to predict and forecast what could be done in the following periods to come. Now, as far as the market operations we're discussing are concerned, artificial intelligence can also lead us to scalability. Scalability basically means we are handling the growing customer demands efficiently. There is a difference between handling growing customer demand and handling growing customer demand efficiently and effectively. If it is being handled efficiently, it means that we are able to satisfy the need and the quest of the customer or the customers at a given point in time. But if we handle it haphazardly, it means that the customer is not satisfied, but it is just an attempt. These discussions will be very difficult for the biological intelligence to do within the shortest possible time. Because some of these data availability may be scarce, some of these data comprehensiveness may be difficult, and trying to pick out what is really needed at a given point in time will be what? Very, very difficult. So looking at what artificial intelligence does, it has given us a whole lot of insight, and it is what all businesses which are prepared and have the resources are moving towards now. However, it has its minuses. Artificial intelligence in business has a lot of disadvantages as well. Setting up the artificial intelligence platform calls for machinery, technology. You need to buy the computer system. You need to buy all the needed support systems that will set up a company tailored artificial intelligence. Every business and what type of artificial intelligence that is needed at a given point in time. So you may not, what is good for Unismo as a university management artificial system may not be good for Telecom University, may not be good for UPI. And that, it is on because the student numbers of these schools are different. The program specialization areas are different. What they actually want to get from these systems are different. So to get a personalized, tailored artificial intelligence platform, it is initially high and very expensive. Developing artificial intelligence platform is very expensive. So it makes small businesses unable to. And if the small businesses are not able to, looking at the benefits that we had, if you are able to have a good artificial intelligence system, it leads to what? A competitive advantage. It gives you the upper hand over your competitors at any given point in time. But the first disadvantage or the challenge is that it is difficult and expensive to set it up initially. The second and the most important disadvantage to me as a business expert, which I'll throw out to all the 408 participants here, is that it is leading to job displacement. The unemployment level will increase more than we already have by the next 10, 15 years to come per the data available. If care is not taken, looking at our over-reliance on artificial intelligence, it is going to cause a lot of us out of job. Because as I discussed as an advantage, a job that 5 employees can do in 3 hours, one machine will do it in 1 minute or 3 minutes. So automation reduces the need for certain roles. For example, as lecturers, we teach our students, we set questions, and we mark these questions. Now, sometimes you can have a class of 400 depending on the course that you teach. If it is a general or what we call a university-wide course, all the business students, management, accounting, human resource, all of them will do that course in a particular semester. And you're supposed to teach, set, and mark exams, which can take a lecturer more than 2 months to finish this exam, depending on the type of examination that the students are tested on. However, with an artificial intelligence, these students can be given multiple choice questions or even written questions, And the artificial intelligence can mark about 500 scripts in 5 minutes. So do we need these lecturers again? Now, the system that we have now, the Zoom method that we are using to do this webinar right now, it is an example of artificial intelligence where the contemporary classroom face-to-face may not be needed again. So if one lecturer can handle 3 courses face-to-face in 1 week, artificial intelligence in form of Zoom can handle 5 courses in even 1 day. So you may not be able to get a job in the university unless there are certain programs that you do. And even those programs, artificial intelligence is feeding into those programs. So automation definitely is going to cause a lot of what? Job displacement. And we, as I said, we, including we students, lecturers, docents, the whole corporate world, business world are over depending on artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is supposed to be a guide. It's supposed to provide the opinion which our intelligence, which what we call the IQ, intelligent quotient of the human being, is supposed to use. But we have transferred our IQ to what? Artificial intelligence. The chat GPT that a professor spoke about. Every student, no matter the assignment the student is given, we are not ready and prepared to sit down and reason because we always have a chat GPT that will give us the result. This is killing our level of reasoning, our sense of reasoning. It is killing our intelligent quotient. And if we are not careful, our brains will be replaced with artificial intelligence, that is computers. And even if your name is mentioned, you wouldn't know that it is your name because your thinking faculty is transferred into computers. The next disadvantage is data privacy issues. Artificial intelligence depends wholly on data. So the fear is that this data availability, the creation, the usage, the personalization, and the security of this data is very, very key. For example, if you give an information about your account, your bank account, your social security to an artificial intelligence, to a company, maybe you are buying online, you want to buy something from Jumia, and you have provided your credit card information, which is being processed by artificial intelligence to debit your card. The confidentiality of this information, the security of this information is questionable. Why? Because no matter how sacred or sacrosanct we think this artificial intelligence is, we are only looking at the speed, the easy access to information, and the easy result that we get from the output of artificial intelligence. But we are not concerned about the backlashes of artificial intelligence. So the data privacy is a serious issue that we need to look at. Then ethical and technical issues. Artificial intelligence technically can lead to what? Bias in algorithm. There is one language we speak in ICT, garbage in, garbage out. What it means is that if the data that is fed into the machine, which is pretending to behave like a human brain, the data is wrong, the output that the artificial intelligence will bring will be wrong. And when the output is wrong, whatever decision that will be taken based on that output will definitely be wrong, and it will mislead the information users at every given point in time. So the biases, the personal interest, sometimes the personal interest that we have, the technicians, the people who are in charge of the machines, who are supposed to feed the machine with the data, the human biases in training the data will affect the outcome. And the ethical part of it is that we do not put much, concern, or we are not concerned about the effect of this intelligence on the corporate, the image of the business that we handle. Dependence on technology. We have power failure. We have system failure. We have technical hitches. So if we depend absolutely on artificial intelligence, the businesses are vulnerable to system failures. If you don't keep a manual system anywhere and power is out, the system has failed. You are losing all information and data at the same time. And what the easy access to it is become more difficult. The whole world is moving toward digitalization. Why? Because the whole world does not want to stress again, including students, including lecturers, including medical doctors, including engineers, and everybody. We are all trying to cut corners to get to the result, the fastest time that we ever wanted, forgetting that all shorthands or shortcuts are very dangerous. Now, what is the way forward? What is the recommendation? We've got advantages, we've got the disadvantages. What can we do to use the advantages to reduce the disadvantages? In the SWOT analysis, we call something the TOW matrix. How can you use your strength to reduce your level of weaknesses, your strength to reduce your level of threats, your opportunities to reduce your level of weaknesses, and your opportunities to reduce your level of threats, which we call in resource-based analysis as what? The TOW matrix. What can we do? My personal recommendation, we as employees, we need to train ourselves to be able to adapt and dictate to AI, but not AI to dictate to us. If we are able to dictate to AI, manipulate AI to suit the business's interest, goals, and objectives achievement, then we can never be displaced. When AI is not available, we can still function. We should be able to adopt ethical artificial intelligence practices to ensure fairness and transparency, to reduce the level of human biases in data training. We should be able to, juxtapose the two at every given point in time and strike a balance between the two at any given point in time. That is the way forward. We should not just start AI as a corporate entity at once. It should be able to be what we call a smart small. It should start gradually. We pick some, for example, Unismo. We can start using AI, it's just an example, AI from student results. So we use artificial intelligence in getting student results. Then when we use that for 1-2 semesters, we look at what it gives us. Then we move it to maybe the finance department. How to use artificial intelligence to be able to generate student school fees, how students pay fees. Once you click a button, you can tell that student A is able to pay this, student B is able to pay this. Then we move toward the data in human resource, but not just to get up once and lump sum all into what? The system into an artificial intelligence. With that, there is a gradual process of training ourselves, adapting to the ethical tools, and accepting the flaws and what? The advantages that this will throw at us at any given point in time. Then we should also be able to monitor how the artificial intelligence systems operate. there should be someone who should be able to check what data is fed into the artificial intelligence at any given point in time. What do we need to do? We don't even scrutinize the output when we generate the result from artificial intelligence. A lot of us do not even read through whether what the artificial intelligence has given us is what we actually needed. We just go ahead and use it. We don't know whether it is suitable to our system or not. We should be able to evaluate. So when we implement the artificial intelligence system, we should be able to monitor and evaluate the outcome. Then the feedback from the artificial intelligence result will be able to tell us what next to do. That will feed into our decision-making process mechanism. Now, so because of time, in conclusion, artificial intelligence brings a lot of benefits, as we discussed. However, it requires responsible implementation. We should be able to grow sustainably by addressing the challenges of artificial intelligence and also trying to create a better future. And my personal recommendation to us in conclusion is that especially students, researchers, corporate gurus, we should be able to know what we want. We should not accept everything that artificial intelligence will throw to us at any given point in time. Artificial intelligence is very good. It is acceptable to be used. However, we should be able to know what we want at a given point in time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roland Seram Kokudabi, for your very good presentation that opened our mind to artificial intelligence in business. Bapak Ibu sekalian, izinkan saya merangkum apa yang tadi disampaikan oleh Dr. Roland bahwa evolusi AI dimulai sejak tahun 1947 setelah Perang Dunia Kedua. Kemudian AI muncul kembali tahun 50 dan booming di tahun 2021. AI adalah semua buatan tiruan yang dibuat oleh manusia karena yang bersifat alami Allah yang menciptakan. Bapak Ibu sekalian, AI ini mempermudah kita dalam mengambil keputusan karena AI bergantung kepada data. Data menjadi fakta yang disertai oleh angka-angka yang menjadikan kita memiliki informasi sehingga informasi ini bisa kita buat keputusan. Keuntungan kita memiliki AI ini menggunakan AI itu yang pertama adalah efisien untuk hal-hal yang berulang, kemudian hemat biaya, keputusan bisa menjadi lebih baik dan mengurangi waktu, menghemat waktu. Ibu Bapak sekalian, salah satu contoh penggunaan AI itu adalah chatbot, sederhana, amazing, dan tidak menimbulkan stres. Untuk hal-hal yang sifatnya berulang, maka chatbot bisa digunakan, direkod, dan dipakai berulang kali. Salah satu contoh AI itu adalah chatbot dan Tesla yang menggunakan non-driver car. Untuk AI juga bisa menangani permintaan pelanggan secara lebih efisien, namun tentu bukan tanpa tantangan. Tantangan AI adalah biayanya tinggi, bisa mengurangi karyawan, dan bisa jadi ada penyalahgunaan data. Bapak Ibu sekalian, salah satu keuntungan dari AI adalah kita juga bisa melaksanakan Zoom ini yang dilaksanakan di Asia dengan speaker dari Afrika dan speaker dari USA. Global atau globe ini dunia ini tidak lagi ada batas. Dunia menjadi tanpa batas. Rekomendasi yang diberikan oleh Dr. Roland adalah yang pertama kita harus beradaptasi dengan perangkat AI. Yang kedua, mari junjung tinggi dalam menggunakan AI, junjung tinggi etika. Kemudian mari mulai project AI perlahan-lahan dari level yang paling sederhana sehingga terus meningkat. Kemudian AI tetap harus kita monitor secara sistemnya secara reguler untuk menghindari error. Manfaat-manfaat yang bisa didapat dari AI adalah bisnis kita menjadi semakin meningkat dan masa depan untuk masyarakat dan perusahaan juga akan menjadi lebih maju. Terima kasih Dr. Roland Seram Kokudabi. Ibu Bapak sekalian, please hold on your question. Tahan dulu pertanyaan Bapak Ibu sekalian karena we still have one more presenter coming from University Kumasi Technical, Ghana. We please welcome Dr. Raymond Akan Tehe, PhD. Mr. Ramon, would you please, the mic is yours, please. Dr. Raymond, are you in? Kita tunggu dulu Bapak Ibu sekalian. Mungkin masih nyisir Pak Raymondnya. Dr. Raymond? Dr. Raymond? You have opened your mic, but your voice not yet heard. Please check again, Dr. Raymond. Dr. Raymond, can you hear me? Maaf Ibu Bapak sekalian, harap bersabar. Ini ujian, ada problem sedikit rupanya.
Ya, nanti telehamnya itu lama diadrok kan. Nah, ayah dua, ayah kerjai. Kilo. Ya, lima opat aja dua benar gua.
Pak Sandi, bisa di-mute dulu Pak Sandi sebentar. Sandi Arisenda, terima kasih. Dr. Raymond, I don't hear your voice, please. Have you opened your mic there? No, not yet. Okay, okay. I will wait here. Thank you. Ada sedikit kendala ya Bapak Ibu sekalian. Dr. Raymond bisa menerima atau mendengar suara kami, suara kita dari Zoom ini, tetapi beliau tidak sampai suaranya ke kita. Padahal sudah di open mic. Ini adalah salah satu disadvantages of technology ya Bapak Ibu sekalian, hal yang biasa terjadi. Dr. Raymond, your video also off.
I'm trying to talk to Raymond. That is why I put up my video.
Okay. Would you please help us to contact Dr. Raymond?
Yes, I'm online with him.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
there is.
Jam berapa di sana?
Alhamdulillah PowerPoint-nya sudah mulai muncul Bapak Ibu sekalian. Cukup jauh ya perjalanan dari Ghana ke sini, 17 jam perjalanan pesawat. Ya, jadi agak lambat masuknya. Would you please, Dr. Raymond, to give your presentation? The time is yours. Thank you. There is still no voice, Dr. Raymond.
Yeah, sorry, Paiman. I'm trying to see if I can assist him to get to that.
Thank you, Dr. Roland. If it is needed, maybe Dr. Raymond could send the PPT to you and share by you, Dr. Roland.
Hello, Paiman, please can the host unmute him? Hello, Pa.
Yeah. Okay.
Can
Tolong
the
host,
host
Pak.
unmute him because he's not able to?
Ya, Pak Jejen, tolong di unmute ya, Dr. Raymond.
I see my slides.
Yes, we are seeing your slides, but we are seeing your slides.
But you cannot hear me speaking.
No, you are not speaking.
Uh-huh.
We are seeing your slides.
Where I'll be able to unmute this thing is my problem.
Yes, it is now appear your voice, Dr. Raymond.
Raymond, they are sending you the unmute, so you'll be watching your screen.
Okay.
Paiman, please, they should send it again for him to unmute himself, please.
Dr. Raymond?
Hello.
Be
Yes.
watching just be watching your screen. They will send it to you. Then you just click on unmute.
Okay.
He couldn't unmute himself. Can we please send it again to him? Stop flirting with the machine. Your this thing, your screen is already on. Your presentation is already on.
All right.
Can we unmute him, please? He's not able to get it. Can we unmute him, please? Can the host
Pak Jejen tolong dicek ya. Terus dicek terus supaya di unmute terus ya.
Ya, Pak.
We are ready to assist him in unmuting, Dr. Roland. No problem.
Okay, Pat. Okay, Pat. I'm just worried because the whole seminar is waiting.
Yes, yeah, Jejen.
Be looking on your screen. Be looking on your screen. When it pops up, you just unmute yourself.
Okay.
The unmute is just on your machine. You just go to the down, you find it on the left corner. Then you click on the speaker button, then the unmute comes.
Okay. I am there, but I haven't seen
The left corner of your the left corner of your screen. The left corner of your screen.
Yes, but there is nothing there. That is my problem.
If it is not there, go to more. Click on more and check if the drawdown menus, it will come there. It should be there. It must be there.
Dr. Raymond, Dr. Raymond,
Paiman is calling you. Can you hear him?
No, I'm still online with you.
No, but can you hear any voice from the computer, your Zoom room?
Dr. Roland, saya pikir saya yang akan share. Minta Pak Raymond untuk off screen. Screen share-nya di stop.
Paiman, I think he is not getting it. So maybe
he can stop
Is it
the.
possible you do it on my behalf? I
I
already
can't.
sent my slides to. But some of the things.
Paiman, please, can you share the slide from your desk so that I can do it for him?
Yes, I will. Dr. Raymond, please you stop your screen. Stop share, please.
Stop sharing your screen, Raymond.
Bicara screen sendiri ya.
Ya, Ibu Bapak ada share screen dari saya, Iman?
Ada.
Ada, oke. Nah, ini kita pakai yang ini.
Ada dari tadi ada, bagus.
Ya, oke.
Slideshow.
Slideshow.
Yeah, can you give me slideshow? Okay, let me just. Yeah.
I have shared the screen, Dr. Roland.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'm really sorry. I'm very sorry, even though it's not me to be sorry, but for holding the whole webinar waiting. I'm really sorry about the inconvenience. I'm very sorry. Even though we are discussing artificial intelligence, we are discussing the role of digitalization and computer in our religion, economics, and technology. We still have some of us who are not computer compliant. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, this is a presentation on behalf of Dr. Raymond Akantege, the role of artificial intelligence from technology perspective, Center for Social Sciences Research. Yeah, I think we have, because of time, Paiman, we have already, Professor has spoken about the definition of artificial intelligence. I also did, so I think we should skip. Yes, so in that presentation, looking at artificial intelligence, some examples stated here are the virtual assistants, like our system of buying, Amazon, Jumia, as I have stated. Can I please get it? Yes. The key principles of artificial intelligence, one is fairness. Artificial intelligence ensures systems fairness and equitability without bias or discrimination. It also enhances audits to identify and eliminate biases in algorithms. The second principle of AI is transparency. AI operations are understandable because the data set is already available. So AI is able to generate whatever is needed. Another key area is accountability. Whatever information is given or data that is fed into the AI is able to generate exactly the result of that. So if you compare the input and the output, it gives the user technically whatever it needs, which gives a technological fairness and understanding to it. It also establishes mechanisms to address errors or harms caused by artificial intelligence. So the key parts are and 4, privacy and security. AI protects user data with robust privacy of safeguards. And this very point depends on the capacity of the AI and the need factor of whichever institution that is using it. Technology, we all know, is the masterpiece of the day-to-day, and each and every organization, including individuals, are moving technologically in order to safeguard their data and also to have business, religion, everything moving. It also implements strong cybersecurity measures to prevent misuse or breaches. It gives safety and reliability. In technology, because we said that it is a machine which is trying to operate or behave like a human being, and once the machine is set and all the elements are active, it is able to guarantee safety. Artificial intelligence across industries in healthcare, finance, retail, manufacturing, and agriculture. As we said, the generative artificial intelligence, which actually came in 2021, has been able to cut across all areas of departments, organizations, including human activities. Right now, when you go to hospitals, I was even discussing with somebody today that technology has got to a point where doctors do not even do the examination. They just consult artificial intelligence. They do their drug prescriptions, lab test prescriptions, and everything using what? Artificial intelligence. It's able to give you the diagnostic and it reduces the cost. That is where the fear is. The same thing boils down to if artificial intelligence can operate as a medical doctor, where will be the need for medical doctors in the next 15 years? That is where technology is going. We talk about finance, which is talking about the forecasting and budgeting component. Artificial intelligence is able to do all those things, automate the trading system, the fraud detection, and personalized banking. Now you can just on your phone, you are able to do everything that you want to do. You send money, you withdraw money, you transfer. That is what artificial intelligence does in what? Technology part. Predictive analytics and personalized customer experience. In the manufacturing, artificial intelligence is able to enhance the supply chain efficiently, enhance the value chain efficiently. It's able to cut across all aspects of technology. And the AI is able to improve the methods of doing the same thing, new methods of doing a new thing, and it brings back to the same thing that Prof and I talk about, that is the novelty. The next slide, please. Technology, by use of AI, unlocks new potentials, which we talk about the innovation, creativity. Technology assists us to be able to create new things. You know, technology is always a way of doing the same thing in a different way. It's a way of doing the new things. It's a way of bringing up new things. And it is the bottom line of technology now is to reduce stress, easy access to information, easy access to results, easy access to everything that we need at a given point in time. So with technology, we are able to expand our market, get access to untapped global market, bring resources from where we couldn't get them from. It also enhances small business growth. It brings a level playing field at any given point in time. Technology is able to predict and tell what will happen. For example, with the system of technology we have now, it is predicted in my state of United States of America that there will be snow today at 9 p.m. And exactly 9 p.m. snow started. All by technology and artificial intelligence. So all the government agencies which are supposed to, the transportation, which are supposed to make sure that when it starts snowing, they'll sweep all the snow from the highways to avoid or to reduce the level of accident, they are ready. Unlike initially where without technology, We didn't know when the snow will come. You are there, it is snowing, then that is what technology does. It also brings about the navigating of the pitfalls, economic inequality. That is one disadvantage of technology. The risk of widening gaps between the skilled and unskilled workers. The skilled workers will always have their work to do. For example, medical doctors, lecturers, lawyers, where their services are needed and certain decisions cannot be taken by technology, they still have their work to do. But the unskilled workers, where their works can easily be taken by like the data entry, which can easily be taken by a computer, are being taken over. Then monopolization as one disadvantage of technology. Monopolization as in institutions and companies which are not prepared in terms of finances, resources to set up initially technology may not be able to what? Operate. So the dominance by the big tech firms will take over the competition from the small tech firms. Like the CISO, there are some giants like Apple products, which you call the iPhone, the iPads, and a lot of these computer networks and computer systems which have the resource to be able to control and have the competitive advantage are taking, the whole market now. Overdependence on data, as we discussed earlier, job displacement, which has been discussed in the economics component. The next slide, please. It also drives information and decision making. Technology always makes accessibility to information easy, information process easy, information assimilation easy, information creation very easy. Taxation and revenue model, as I mentioned, like Unismo, where we have the technology in terms of getting student results, then we have the technology in terms of getting which student is owing fees at a given point in time. Then once you are able to sell, the technology there will tell you how much you are paying to the government of Indonesia, His Excellency Prabowo, the tax that you are paying, it is given. It also gives us the global collaboration. Technology has been an aspect which has increased the horizon of globalization. That is, it breaks the barriers between trade and investment. For example, Indonesia, Malaysia, China, Japan, within the same area are trading between themselves without necessarily Malaysia traveling to Indonesia or Indonesia traveling to Malaysia for products, goods, and services. By the click of a button, by the computer system, by your phone, you are able to. So it fosters what? Global collaboration. The barriers are broken to trade and investment are broken. Policy decisions are being taken without necessarily flying or traveling to wherever. The reskilling initiatives, technology has done it as well, because if there is, a lack in an aspect of an organization, by the way of technology, these things will give us what actually is needed, the kind of training that the staff needs in order to augment the area of need or use is also given. So basically what we are saying here is that technology has, the whole artificial intelligence is based on technology network. And technology has been with us since the time some of us were born. We started technology by using typewriters. We moved to electronic typewriters. We moved to computers. And we have different sophisticated gadgets now. So when we are looking at artificial intelligence in terms of technology, technology has been the main source which every area is moving to now. Initially, we walked. Now, if you go to Indonesia, for instance, there are millions of motorbikes, which makes transportation easy, destination accessibility very easy and simple, because you have a vehicle now that you can use at a given point in time. So the whole world now is moving towards what? Technology. So technology, artificial intelligence in terms of technology And in terms of religion and how do we call it, economy and business have all superimposed. That is, they jump into each other. For example, there is a new car now, which you call Tesla. Tesla is, I've not seen Tesla when I was in Indonesia, but in the United States of America, there is Tesla. Tesla has a self-driven technology. You can just sit in Tesla, program where you are going, and you sleep. Tesla will drive you to wherever you are going to a destination, and it will prompt you. You wake up. However, some of these technologies are not applicable in certain jurisdictions or certain countries. For example, Ghana. Tesla can never function as a self-driven dual power in Ghana because we don't have the data, we don't have the credible address system. So if you ask Tesla to take you home, Tesla may take you to the market because we don't have the address system. Tesla can only operate in United States of America and maybe in Indonesia, because I've stayed in Indonesia for 2 years. I look at the address system, I see how the Grab and the rest all operated. So whatever technology that is used, it must be appropriate to the system that is being used. Now, because of technology, you don't necessarily need to go to an organization for an interview for a job. You just go to the jobs website, you do everything there. And we now work from home. You work with an organization where they don't know you, you don't know them, but you work and they pay you salary. That is how technology is. But again, my fear is that our overdependence on technology may crash the human resource thinking in some few years to come if we are not very careful. So as we are embracing the rate at which technology is moving, as we are embracing artificial intelligence, we should be mindful of the fact that it must serve as a guide. It must be able to do what we want it to do, not what it throws at us at a given point in time. Next slide, please. When we look at the future of business innovation, we see that AI has become a cornerstone of business transformation. It gives efficiency, innovation, customer engagement. However, the ethical and the societal considerations remain paramount. That is where we, the researchers, need to do a lot of research to find out more. What do we do to embrace the ethical part of artificial intelligence? The ethical part where the parties involved, the human beings involved, the characters involved, we take their belief, their religion, their understanding into consideration in developing the technology that will suit us at a given point in time. Technology is being developed, but we are losing sight of the corporate culture that will be co-opted into the technology to give us what we actually need. Technology is serving as a backbone, and it is driving progress in industries, as we mentioned, healthcare, transportation, communication, and blah, blah, blah. We should be able to be very careful to know which part, taking into consideration our culture, our social setting, and our beliefs to technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roland. In the name of Dr. Raymond, you have presented what have made by Dr. Raymond. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Raymond. You have prepared all of your paper here, your presentation, but it is only a matter of communication there. You cannot deliver it by yourself, but it is no problem. Bapak Ibu sekalian, sebagai summarize dari apa yang Dr. Raymond buat adalah bahwa di industri kesehatan, keuangan, retail, perusahaan pertanian AI sudah begitu banyak digunakan. Namun tentu masih ada disadvantages bahwa banyak pekerja yang bisa di-replace atau digantikan oleh AI ini. Namun sukses story juga ada dengan Amazon, Tesla, Spotify, dan Unilever. Mereka telah sukses menggunakan AI dalam kesehariannya. Bapak Ibu sekalian, ini tiba saatnya kita kepada sesi tanya jawab. Ibu Bapak dipersilahkan untuk raise hand. Tadi ada Ibu Imas yang akan menyampaikan pertanyaan. Ibu Imas Mas Pia,
Ya, ya Bapak.
dipersilahkan Bu Imas.
Baik, terima kasih atas kesempatannya Bapak Iman. Saya ingin bertanya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang kepada
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Profesor Dr. Sanusi Wes, terima kasih. Kemudian untuk narasumber yang kedua, Mr. Rowland dan Mr. Raymond, senang bertemu dengan para pemateri hari ini. Izinkan saya, Imas Nuspia dari mahasiswa Universitas Islam Mutakin semester 7, ingin bertanya terkait tadi materi yang sudah disampaikan oleh Bapak Profesor Sanusi Wes terkait AI dalam perspektif Islam. Yang tadi yang sudah disampaikan, apa yang disampaikan oleh Bapak Profesor dan juga disambung dengan Mr. Roland mengenai keuntungan dan kekurangan AI dalam bisnis, itu merupakan pemanfaatan AI dalam hasanah ilmu pengetahuan. Dan yang menjadi pertanyaan saya adalah apakah penggunaan AI dalam bidang kesehatan, pendidikan, ekonomi bisnis, seperti tadi psikologi dan juga teknologi, ini dapatkah dianggap sebagai bentuk ijtihad dalam menghadapi tantangan modern? Terima kasih, itu saja pertanyaan dari saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Would you please Profesor Dr. Sanusi Wes untuk menjawab langsung? Dipersilakan.
Oh, langsung ya, oleh Ibu Imas yang sangat peduli terhadap webinar ini. Saya kira ini bukan ijtihadnya, tetapi lebih kepada mujadidnya. Jadi tajdid, pembaruan. Sebab ijtihadnya tadi disebutkan tahun 40 sekiannya. Kalau ijtihad kan berbicara pikiran. Sekarang sudah berbicara tindakan. Karena berbicara tindakan, ya ini masuknya ke daerah mujadid, tajdid, pembaharuan di dalam teknis pelaksanaan kegiatan hubungan antar manusia atau hubungan dengan alam yang ijtihadnya saya kira mungkin dimulainya sebelum tahun 45-an. Sebab proses antara pemikiran dengan pelaksanaan biasanya ada waktu, ada fixed time, ada waktu yang berjarak gitu. Jadi betul ini bagian dari ijtihad yang dilanjutkan kepada tajdidnya, pembaharuannya. Itu kira-kira gambarannya.
Terima kasih Profesor. Dr.
Terima kasih
Roland.
Bapak Profesor.
Ya, terima kasih Bu Imas. Dr. Roland, would you please, do you mind to answer this question? What do you think about the revolution of AI?
As we started with the discussion, as I said, AI started from far so many years ago and decades ago, and it is eating into our system through the generative AI from 2021. And I think artificial intelligence is good. It makes access to information easy. It makes information processing easy. It makes decision-making easy. However, it will do us harm and negative as a world if we depend too much on it. What I mean is that I think we should be mindful of the speed at which we are embracing AI in business. It is taking away the the human or the biological intelligence. The biological intelligence, which is the intelligence quotient of human being, is being replaced by machines. And these machines are being produced or manufactured in very sophisticated models that even wherever you are, the machine can tell. Getting things cheap and easy is always expensive. Cheap things are very expensive at the end of the day. So as much as I support the evolution and the revolution of artificial intelligence, I think that we, the beneficiaries of artificial intelligence, should know what we want. And this depends on individuals. I know what I want from artificial intelligence, and I pick the information I need from artificial intelligence. I do not depend on artificial intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roland. Ya, Ibu Imas, bahwa manusia selalu menginginkan hal yang lebih simpel, lebih cepat, lebih baik. Oleh karena itu, AI muncul di hadapan kita, menyaingi apa-apa yang sudah dilakukan oleh manusia secara biologikal. Apa yang diciptakan oleh Allah, kita memiliki kemampuan berpikir, kemudian ditiru dengan AI, dengan menyederhanakan beberapa proses. Demikian kira-kira jawaban dari Dr. Roland. Kemudian saya ingin mengundang, terima kasih Ibu Imas. Saya ingin mengundang Dr. Khalid Sulaiman from Nigeria to ask your question, please.
Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. Assalamu alaikum to everybody in the house.
Waalaikumsalam.
I remain Khalid Sulaiman from Madubella University, Zaria, Kaduna State, Nigeria. I'm currently in Malaysia doing my research on the urban heat island and the heat and the climate change mitigation. So, Doctor, thank you for Prof, thank you for the wonderful presentation, especially in the aspect of AI under the business, technological, and other aspect of life. I just want to ask some few questions, or let's say comment on some things that relate to technological aspect, because I happens to come from the Faculty of Engineering, do research on the climate change and other analysis that has to do with the impact of the environment. So my first question goes like this. Is there any role AI can play in advancing a critical area in the aspect of healthcare services, climate change mitigation, and though you made mention of the education aspect, I wanted to add, so that you made mention of the examination, grading, and what have you. Even me in my university, we have something similar to that. So now my straightforward question goes like this. What is the role of AI in advancing critical area in a place like healthcare and climate change mitigation? Do you think there is a particular role AI can play in this sector? And the second part, you talk about AI uses or mimic human thinking, and it's also AI breaks or enables through research or scientific research analysis. So my second question goes like this. How can we ensure that AI systems are unbiased, transparent, and accountable? So these are the things that I just want to ask for maybe either the two of the presenters can respond to this quickly. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to ask.
Thank you, Dr. Khalid Sulaiman, for your question. Pertanyaan pertama dari Dr. Khalid Sulaiman adalah apakah ada peranan dari AI ini di dalam perkembangan atau di dalam perubahan iklim. Kemudian yang keduanya bagaimana kita bisa memastikan bahwa penggunaan AI itu bisa transparan dan baik. Ya, mungkin bisa dimulai dulu dari Prof untuk menjawab, dipersilakan.
Menurut hemat saya, prinsip AI itu benar tidaknya, jujur tidaknya, tergantung kepada para pengunggah informasi yang disampaikan kepada dunia maya itu. Tatkala para pengunggahnya itu jujur, baik, benar, maka informasinya itu akan bersifat benar, baik, dan jujur. Tapi kalau para pengunggah informasinya itu katakanlah negatif, maka yang diunggah itu jadi informasi-informasi yang tidak benar atau hoax, dan itu oleh AI akan ditampil disuguhkan juga. Nah, dalam kaitan ini apa namanya selektivitas dari para pengguna AI itu jadi sangat penting. Jangan sampai informasi-informasi yang bisa jadi sebetulnya hoax, sebetulnya nggak bagus, sebetulnya ada penyimpangan, sebetulnya ada pembohongan, lantas dianggap sebagai suatu kebenaran dan kemudian dijadikan data faktual untuk membuat kebijakan atau keputusan. Dan itu sering terjadi menurut hemat saya. Banyak keputusan-keputusan yang pada level kebijakan publik itu kebijakan publiknya jadi salah, tidak benar, karena disupport oleh informasi-informasi yang tidak baik. Itu sampai ada bahasa memiliki apa katanya waktu seorang tokoh menteri katanya punya data sekian juta, padahal tidak ada itu. Itu kan terekam di gadget atau di dunia maya. Kalau seandainya itu dianggap benar oleh para pembaca atau oleh para pemerhati dari dunia maya itu, dia akan membuat kesimpulan yang salah. Jadi sangat penting sekali para pengunggah informasi kepada dunia maya ini betul-betul disifati dengan sifat dalam bahasa agama sidik, amanah, tabligh, patonah itu. Insya Allah kalau hal itu terjadi, maka si pengguna AI-nya itu jadi betul-betul mendapatkan informasi bagus dan nanti keputusan dan atau kebijakan yang akan dibuatnya jadi betul-betul baik dan bermanfaat bagi masyarakat. Itu kira-kira gambarannya.
Terima kasih, Profesor. Dr. Khalid, Professor said that transparency in using AI tools, it depends on the user. We must make sure that the user must be very honest in loading the information to the AI or to the social media. It is a must that user must be very honest. So the transparency will be sure, then the truth of the information will be gathered by us. Thank you very much. Terima kasih, Dr. Profesor. Dan right now it's the turn of Dr. Roland to answer. Would you please, Dr. Roland?
Yeah, thank you very much. The question on how artificial intelligence will be used to advance in critical areas like healthcare. I have already given an example that in the healthcare system, artificial intelligence is being used to prescribe drugs, and it even makes now diagnosis very easy. With artificial intelligence, machines are there to be able to discover what sickness or disease one has at a given point in time, as short as possible. Example, COVID. When COVID came in from China, nobody knew the cause of it and there was no cure for it. But because of technology and artificial intelligence, within months and a year, they are able to get a cure, vaccination for it, and now we have a cure for COVID. So artificial intelligence is playing a critical role in healthcare by making diagnosis very easy, getting the needed drugs that at a given point in time, and also giving us a lot of information about how to prevent certain outbreaks in the world, as the scientists are doing. Now, in the area, artificial intelligence in the area of climate change, I gave a personal example and I used the United States that artificial intelligence is being able to predict accurately that there will be a snow in my state today at 9 p.m. And so all the apparatus needed to help the snow damage to be reduced are set available. And exactly 9 p.m. in my state, the snow has started. That is the work of artificial intelligence. So it is predicting the weather, it is predicting the climate change, and it is actually giving us any information that we need to know ahead of time. It's able to forecast what will happen in the next few months or whatever. If there is going to be a volcano or any natural disaster, artificial intelligence is able to tell that this will happen this day, this time, this minute, and it will last for this number of seconds or minutes. So those of you around there must relocate, which we never had those information earlier. So I think, as I said, artificial intelligence has started so many years ago in different forms. The generative artificial intelligence came in 2021, and in 2025, beginning now, the number of participants or people who are using artificial intelligence, including all of us in this room by way of even the mobile phones that we are using, I can tell you on authority that it is playing a critical role in advancing in those critical areas that you mentioned. And in your area, you can use artificial intelligence to get any information that you need. But as Prof said, it depends on you, what you want, how you want it, when you want it, and how you want to use it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roland, for your answer. Ibu Bapak, bahwa Mr. Roland barusan menyampaikan bahwa untuk climate, AI juga bisa digunakan untuk memprediksi cuaca. Jadi sangat berguna untuk bagaimana kita harus bepergian, merencanakan kegiatan dan lain-lain. Seperti di Amerika saat ini sedang terjadi badai di sebelah mana, terjadi tornado di sebelah mana, sehingga bisa dihindari. Demikian jawaban dari Dr. Roland. Dan Ibu Bapak sekalian, waktu sudah menunjukkan 12.26 dan kita harus berakhir di jam 12.30. Untuk itu kami ingin mengucapkan terima kasih atas partisipasi dan kehadiran Ibu Bapak sekalian kepada para pemateri, Profesor Dr. Haji Sanusi US MPD, Dr. Roland Seram Koku Dabi, Dr. Raymond Akantehe. Terima kasih kepada para peserta juga yang terdiri dari STEI, Wina Cipta Madani, Karawang, SD Purwamekar, FD Parakan 5, Universitas Singapura Bangsa Karawang, STAI Pelabuhan Ratu Sukabumi, Unisa Al-Ihya Kuningan, IAI Tasikmalaya, STAI Darussalam Sukabumi, UIN Sunan Gunung Jati Bandung, Ahmadu Bello University Nigeria. Dan mohon maaf kepada Ibu Bapak yang tidak bisa kami sebutkan satu persatu. Who is speaking, please? Oke. Ini saatnya, Dr. Raymond, are you still in the Zoom? Dr. Roland, would you please give some space to thanks to the participant?
Okay, Pak Iman, I would like to say thank you very much for the opportunity. And it's 12:28 in the night in my state right now. But you know that anytime I hear Unismo, I try to drop everything I'm doing and be part of it. And I think this is a good platform. And my advice to the students who are here is, I know most of them are lalir because they didn't understand the English presentation, but I would advise them, as I always say, that they should be able to practice. And it is good to travel out of your comfort zone. It is good you always throw away from your comfort and struggle a little bit to get to where you want to be. I moved from Ghana to Indonesia. I moved from Indonesia to USA because I know what I'm academically looking for. So I advise them that they should start making up their mind that do not spend all their lives or attend all their schools in Indonesia. And also to Director Onismo, thank you so much for the opportunity. And I pray that Onismo becomes the entrepreneur university as per the vision in the next 25 years. And I pledge to be part of Onismo anytime I'm needed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roland. Dr. Harus jadi kata Dr. Roland mah, ibu bapak sekalian, kita tuh harus murag bulu bitis ya, harus bepergian. Jangan hanya tinggal di sebuah negara seperti Dr. Roland bilang. Beliau kuliah di Ghana, kemudian pindah ke Indonesia dan pindah sekarang ke USA. Tentu dengan bantuan dari bahasa Inggris yang dia kuasai. Sebelum ditutup, mungkin saya akan kembalikan kepada Dr. Raymond. Are you in? Dr. Raymond, would you please give some speech? Dr. Raymond, do you hear me? Oh, the communication still problem. Baik, Ibu Bapak sekalian, saya kembalikan kepada MC Bapak Robi untuk menutup diskusi ini. Saya sebagai moderator atas diskusi 3 benua ini, benua Asia, benua Afrika, dan benua Amerika, mengucapkan terima kasih dan mohon maaf atas kesalahan. Bila taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Pak Robi, saya kembalikan.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Right.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. Oh, sorry for the wrong picture. Okay. I think
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. It's very interesting when you about this webinar, right? So before we conclude, before we close with the webinar, I think for the grand conclusion here that I can take into this conclusion that, well, we cannot deny that AI is part of our life now, but we should not always to rely on it, because still there is some the imperfection on it. Yeah. So out of the excellence, there are always flaws, or there are always flaws or some errors. So we should not always rely on it. Right, Mr. Roland? Do you agree?
Ini sama ya 15.
Yeah, right. Before we say goodbye, we should like to we would like here to take a moment to say thank you to our panelists, to the committee, and to the audience, and to once again thank you for Mr. Iman as the moderator for the webinar today, that have been participating on the making this webinar successfully conducted. And all of you, thank you for joining us today. Yeah. Before we close, we say a little bit dua of kafaratul majlis. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika asyhadu alla ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Let's say alhamdulillah together.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Once again, thank you very much.
Terima kasih banyak.
Yes, thank you very much for everybody. And We'll see you next time on the same webinar. Thank
See
you
you.
and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Oke, thank
wabarakatuh.
you.
See you.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Pak Iman masih bisa nyambung?
Masih,
Halo?
Prof. Silakan, Prof. Masih ada, Prof.
Ini saya jangan lupa kawan-kawan dari guru-guru yang bisa jadi dari SD, SMP, SMA, serta kawan-kawan dari perguruan tinggi memerlukan sertifikat atas kehadiran mereka pada webinar ini.
Iya, Prof. Panitia
Awal
sudah
tadi sampai
siapkan.
Oh iya,
awal
betul.
tadi sampai 420, tapi berakhir barusan sampai 313.
Izin, Prof.
Itu terserah.
Izin juga perlu, Prof. Sertifikat.
Ya. Pak Iman barusan sudah menyatakan bahwa sudah disiapkan sertifikat untuk para partisipan webinar.
Oh, siap. Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih,
Ya,
Prof.
ada sertifikat nanti kita
Oh iya, baik.
siapkan.
Terima kasih, Prof.
Ya.
Ya. Ini Pak Amin dari mana Pak Amin?
Ya
Pak
Pak,
Amin, Damang, Pak
Assalamualaikum
Amin.
Pak Prof. Pak ya, Alhamdulillah. Tadi saya mau nanya tapi nggak keburu nih.
Ya udah, nanti saja di luar forum.
Iya Pak, Prof. Pak Iman.
Ada waktu sudah brief ya, Prof ya. Oke, mohon izin, Prof. Baik dulu.
Terima kasih Prof.
Ya.
Izin Prof. Sehat selalu Prof. Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih banyak, Prof.
Silakan.
Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih, Prof. Assalamualaikum.
Pak Ruby, terima kasih ya.
Terima kasih ya.
Halo, Dr. Ramon. Halo, Dokter. Dr. Raiman.
Halo.
Halo.